fine wine. Eh? And it'll be in cinemas from the 12th of February. It's a Nevada Bridge TV original. Okay? So, absolutely wonderful, awesome, guys. How are you doing? Let's go straight to the topic. Taste Buds is going to be live in a few minutes, and I don't want you to miss out of the awesome wisdom she'll be sharing on her own channel. But keep it in mind, 12th of February, Nevada Bridge TV is bringing you fine wine. And where can you get this fine wine? It will be available in Nigerian cinemas from the 12th of February. Remember, whatever you do, wear your masks, wear your shields, carry your sanitizer, wash your hands, obey social distancing, but don't miss the movie. Okay? You can enjoy this movie and still be safe at the very same time. So once again, fine wine, RMD is in it. So many awesome people are in it. And when's the last time you saw R&B turn the swag on? It's been a while, right? Catch up with RMD on an original Nevada Bridge TV production. Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, and I've got Pastor Faith right here with us. Pastor Faith Udeko, if I'm correct.
Udeko.
Udeko.
No.
Udeko.
Good, correct.
Udeko or Udeko.
No, Udeko.
Okay, nice to know that these it would have been better to meet and there's no issue.
Yeah.
So please let me ask you, so you can explain in your own words, what is really going on. We saw the message from your husband making those accusations. Are you guys still married? Let me start with that.
My ex-husband. Actually, that's what I'm going to call it, because he actually collected his dowry. He took his bride price.
He collected his dowry back.
Yeah, he took it last year.
Okay.
He took it last year, and so I know that traditionally, I came from a family, of course, and that is recognized. You need to perfectly affirm to the family of whoever you're getting married to that you're not stealing their daughter. You're not stealing their daughter. You're not kidnapping their child. That's the essence of bride price. And so he went to collect it. He went to take it in the midst of so many witnesses. My elders were there, my mom, and the marriage was legally done. And this was done last year.
Okay. So so this was done last year.
Yes, please.
So you are traditionally, I beg your pardon, you are no longer married. What about legally?
Legally,
did you guys have a court wedding?
That's exactly the confusing part, because now we did the church wedding. We didn't go to court, but there's this document that we're supposed to take to court, which we didn't take to court.
Wow. So in that case, according to your testimony, can you hear me, Pastor Faith? Can you hear me, Pastor Faith?
Yes, so I don't know if the documentation based on the fact that we wedded in church. Yes, I can hear.
So according to this testimony, that means you are not, from my understanding of this, that means you are not married to him as of today.
Yeah,
If you have gone as
I have
far
a
as
family.
withholding the dowry, did he accept the dowry? Did he accept it back?
They came for it, so there's no room for acceptance. They came for it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like we took it to them. The dowry was collected in my uncle's house, who is the eldest in the family. They came for it. We didn't go to their house.
Wow. So
Yes.
where is his grounds for claiming that Apostle Suleman, from what I made out of that video, is holding you? Where is he getting that from? What do you think could have informed that?
Honestly, I don't know, but I think it's either he's on drugs or he's being coerced, because it doesn't add up. To me, it does not add up at all. It doesn't add up because Apostle Johnson Suleman had no part. He had no part in the marriage breakup. He didn't force your legs to go for your dowry. Apostle Suleman was not even aware that the marriage had packed up because he was no longer in touch with him. I was no longer in touch with him as well. So I don't know what he's getting from, but I think that this whole thing is coming from the fact that Mike expected me to beg for food. Mike expected me to suffer. Mike expected that I would not rise. Mike expected that I would crawl in the gutters, because that is what he said to my brother. That's what he said to my other brother, that I'm going to crawl in the gutters. So Mike expected that, and all of a sudden, I'm just seeing someone who failed the ministry, obviously, and yeah, I can understand that your ego is bruised. The fact that you tried something that didn't work, like you tried ministry, didn't work, and now I am doing the same thing, and I'm uploading the church services, and you're amazed at what God is doing. If you are regretting your actions, then you know how best to channel your issues. I have a family and I have a village. You know where you took your dowry from. So if you're saying we're still married, it means you are indirectly telling my people to hell with you. That's what you're telling them. That's what you're telling them. You're not telling them, oh, I took my dowry by mistake. I was under pressure. I still want my family back. You're not saying that. What are you trying to do? After you're done with this, you're trying to fool Nigerians. You want your family back. Then after you're done with all this, you still go back to the people and tell them we want your daughter. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I don't know how this whole thing affects an innocent man. I don't know how we both had our issues, and whatever. I didn't start pastoring before he collected his dowry. I started pastoring after the marriage was dissolved by both families. Yes. So
now,
if you're
okay.
yeah,
No, go ahead. Finish what you wanted to
because
say.
If you're saying we're still married, you're indirectly insulting my people. And what does that make you? What does that make you? You're telling them, it's like telling them to hell with you people. I don't care what you people are all about. Whether you give me your daughter or you don't give me your daughter, she's still my wife. That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling my people. And the disrespect you've showed my people so much, it's too high. You never regarded them, never listened to them. But all that, I just feel he's speaking out of frustration, and he's frustrated for the fact that I am not suffering. That's what Mike expected. He expected me to just be on the streets, and that's not happening. So I guess that's the bane of whatever he's doing.
He raised an issue about a hotel room. I don't understand what that is about, that you went to see him, you went to see Apostle in his hotel. Can you please cast some light on that?
I can add on what I can. You have. I obviously don't know what Mike is talking about, because you were saying when my child was 6 months. I'm going to use his own words because he made allegations, and I'm going to put his own words back to him. You were saying my child was 6 months. If you do an investigation, where was I when that baby was 6 months? I gave birth when I was writing the exams. Yes. And I think I stayed for 2 weeks or 3, and after which we all went to Shogo. So what are you talking about? I don't get it. So see, I feel that I feel the way I see this whole thing, insult you can give to, you can tell a woman. There's nothing else you can say concerning a woman that the whole world is going to
pay attention,
come after her. Like, yes, tell me that thing that you can say concerning her. Yes, because if he didn't add that, obviously this is not going to sell. If he just came out and said, I want my wife back, blah, 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 people are just going to tell him, we're not going to look for your wife. Cheap attention. Yes, because I can show light on something that never existed. That's the truth. I can throw light on something that didn't exist. You only throw light, when you say throw light on something, you throw light on something that seems dark, it's existing already. There's no basis. Absolutely no basis whatsoever. So I don't know, even a woman who just gave birth 6 months, you've not recovered. That's the truth. So see, there's one thing about lying. When you're lying, it's sometimes there's always a loophole. When you're lying and you're not a professional liar, it can be grossly seen. I lie well. Yeah, if you're telling the people, okay, when I was lie well, so that it will make a lot of sense. And you're saying the baby was 6 months. I don't get it. Nothing like that ever happened. Nothing like doesn't exist. It never existed. So I can't throw light on something that never happened. Never happened.
Now, let me take you back a little.
Yes, please.
What caused your problem in the marriage?
You're asking a question I never wanted to go there. We never had, it was not the issue of ministry or Omega Fire Ministries or Apostle Joseph. That's why I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. That destroyed the marriage. We had issues. Mike had issues with women, lots of issues. There were cases where he, at some point, wanted to get married to other people, even when he was with me. There was some point where he had illicit affairs with even the girl who stayed in my house.
And you can prove this?
Yes. I bared all of this. I never told no one. Mike will always tell me I'm not good. I'm not up to his standard. So now that I am now up to standard, you suddenly now want me back.
Let me ask you.
Yes, please.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Is there any hope of reconciliation?
For me, I don't
Be
think
very
so.
honest.
No, I don't think so. Not at all. The reason is this. The reason is this. You will not claim to want me back and then you turn around and tear me down when you know I am not guilty. Where is he going to start from? Is he going to come up and say, oh, I was hurt, I was pained? Where is he going to start from? So for me, there's no hope. Even if there was a little bit hope before he made that stupid video and made those lies, that he knew that he has no basis. And so he first had to arrange it and tell the world, oh, my wife is hypnotized. Why do you have to say that? Why don't let me come out and defend myself? Why do you have to tell people that, oh, she's not in her right senses? So even if there was any hope, I think that was before this whole drama. So where will he start? Where will he start from? So for me, no. No, in the sense that my family, they are so pained. My mom is so pained. Where will he start from? You want your family back and you didn't remember the people where you first started, where you took your daughter from, and suddenly you decided, you felt it was online, you're going to do that, dragging another man's name, who obviously has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with all of this. No.
What was Apostle Suleman's relationship like with your ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband?
Soon-to-be ex-husband. All right.
I want to choose my words carefully, so I quoted out of context.
That was funny, really. Okay, now see, this is it. I'm not speaking. I'm going to answer this question with so much facts, and it's glaring. A lot of people were talking about somebody, according to him, he worked in the ministry, and there are people who also worked with him. Apostle Johnson Suleman loved Pastor Mike. That's the truth. Loved Pastor Mike. Daddy Freeze. If you go to Omega Fire Ministries, check their dated programs. Check the dated programs. Pastor Mike was the testimony, the guy who takes, it's his voice you hear at the background of Apostle Johnson Suleman. Yes, he takes testimonies. He travels with him. He takes testimonies. No matter the person who is on the microphone, Papa will always say, Mike, tell me what's happening there. He liked it the way Mike always takes the testimonies. Papa loved him. Papa loved him. There is no issue we have ever had that Papa had not ever taken his side. I'm telling you.
Even when you guys had marital problems and you took them to him.
Yes. He would take his side. I would cry and explain. Papa would say I should keep quiet, have nothing to say, even when the things are just glaring like this. Papa will cover up issues for him. Some of those messes that he exhibited in most of the branches, the highest Papa will do, Papa will conceal it. Instead of it to go out and escalate, Papa will just transfer him quietly so that his image will not be dented. He loved him. He really loved him. He loved him. He loved him. He loved him. I'm not saying this because of something. He loved him. And that's the truth. That's why I'm referring you to the videos. You can check it. Most of the programs in headquarters, Mike had the greatest platform opportunities. Mike had the greatest platform opportunities. You can do your investigations. Mike had the greatest platform opportunities. Even when they go out for crusades and Papa is preaching, there was even a crusade, I think Sierra Leone or so. Papa preached in the night. Mike preached in the morning. It has never happened. It has never happened with any pastor that Apostle Johnson Suleman will preach side by side. Even if it happens, maybe just rare cases, and maybe it's in-house program at the headquarters, not outside program where his picture and everything is. So he had opportunities. When we got married, there were certain things that Apostle Johnson Suleman, what am I saying? How do I, Mike? How soon can you forget? No matter, I would never forget what someone has done for me. No matter what, I will never forget what someone has done for me. That's how I am. And that's why if you watch my first video, I said to Mike, I won't drag you. That's me. I only respond when it's obvious you're not listening to any sense of reasoning. Papa loved him, gave him cars. Yes.
Wow.
Papa loved him, gave him cars, not the few we ever had. Papa did. Yes. When we got married, when we're getting married, we had nothing. I got married in 200 level. And at that time, I was very young, and my family didn't even know why I was rushing into it. I said I loved him. And then we got married. We didn't have money. It was Papa who gave us the money, gave him the money, 250,000 at that time. And he used. We got married, we had no chairs. Papa bought it for him. It was his first car. But Papa loved him. Loved him. Papa loved him because when some people comment, then they'll say, oh, this boy looks exactly like you. They say, this boy looks like you. He preaches like you, talks like you. And so, you know, when a father realizes, just like your biological children, when a father realizes there's this child that people say talk like him, there's this attachment. It was always with Papa. In the early days when Papa, sometimes even when Papa is flying abroad, it was always with Papa. Yes.
So where did it go wrong? At what stage did it become this? What stage did he leave ministry?
That's the question I really can't.
Because if Papa loved him so much as you are saying, and they were close, he took care of him, he took care of the two of you, he counseled the two of you. How did it get from there to him coming out to say, my life is in danger, or they want to do this to me, or they want to do this, if anything happens to me, hold this person? How did it, at what happened?
It's what you call, what happened is what you call entitlement mentality. Yes. There is no opportunity. As a man, that's why I used the first statement I made. I said Mike had greater opportunities, platforms than most pastors had. But there's something about Mike, or something, there's this mindset he has that started this whole thing. Any branch they post him to, he feels that, oh, he's not prospering like that other pastor. Oh, he's not, the church is not large like that other pastor. Forgetting that those people work for what whatever they're controlling, they built it. They worked for it. Even the church I pastor, sir, I do follow up. Because people don't want to know, they want to know how much you care. They want to know how much, it's not just coming to church. They want to know how much you care, how much you actually care about them. So this whole thing started from this entitlement mentality. Oh, why is so person there? Why not me? Why is this person here? Why not me? It's because this person is here. That's why the person is progressing like that. And if I was there, and the truth is, you had opportunities. You had opportunity. You traveled out of the country. You went abroad. You went there, you messed it up. And they started looking for you because you had so many escapades with women. I have one of them I can prove. And so the man has defended you enough. At every point, he would defend you. You pastored Asaba branch. I'm calling those branches. Sir, they are members there. They are members. You pastored Asaba branch, something happened. There was a scandal. He quietly whittled you out to save your name. He loved him. He took you to Benin too. Something happened. And then
what happened? Was it money or was it women?
Women. And some of those things, I know them, but every branch I've pastored, I have a pedigree. Most of the people commenting on my page, and when you see anybody commenting positively, it was not bots. I've pastored people, sir. I am still pastoring people now. I'm not 100% perfect, but I know I'm compassionate. Oh. Yes. So I have this heart, no matter what I know, I have this heart to cover you up. I take bullets for people. And that's exactly what I've always done for Mike at every point in time. The highest is that I'm going to cry, I'm going to question, but I'm not ever to tell it out. So, and it was always transferred, left there. We went to Shobo and issues of women again, you know. And from there, we got to Kano. That was the worst.
Wow.
The worst. Issues of women, you know. So he finally, and he wasn't, and feel that he was entitled to some levels of money or some levels of influence. People worked for whatever influence they command. Ministries work. That's the truth. So that's what started this whole thing. And guess what? He's dragging Apostle Johnson Suleman that Papa opened the church, blah, blah, blah. When Mike resigned, I stayed with him. We were together. I never contacted anybody. As a matter of fact, that was the reason it took me some time to be able to go back to Apostle Johnson Suleman and Reverend Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleman to beg after he had left me.
Talking about Dr. Lizzie, how is she handling this?
Oh, there's no better mother I can have. I'm telling you, Daddy Freeze, no better mother. Apart from my biological mother and my aunties who are around me, who are like mothers to me too. One of my aunties on page who has also been in the picture of everything Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleman has been, after the whole was crashing on me. And I met Mike. I was preaching even before I met Mike. I'm trying to show you something. Can I get up a little bit?
No
I want
problem.
to show you. Yes, I want to show you something. Can you recognize who's here?
I can't see. Show me.
This is me.
Okay, your screen is frozen. Okay, wow. Pastor Faith has gone. Let me see if she's gonna come right back. Wow, it's so sad. Network it's not really our friend today. Let me try to call her back. Lost you Ma. Okay, I think she's back. Okay, yeah. I was just typing you a message saying I lost you. Okay, go ahead. You are showing me something.
Are you saying it?
Yes.
This is me.
Okay.
This is me.
Yes.
I was 13. I was 13, 14 years here.
Okay.
Yeah. I was 13. I was between 13 and 14 when I started the fellowship in Epuma. Yes, I was 13 to 14 years. And those who are from Epuma, they know this street, Aburime Street. I had a fellowship at this venue. Yes. So I started preaching and doing ministry even below 20 years. So this is just Suleman, before I talked about this, do you know that even when everything happened and crushing down, and I know I was into ministry even before I was running something that looked like a church already. This is I was 13.
Wow. Looks like network is hanging on us here. Okay, you're back. Okay, wow. The network seems to be giving her a difficult time. But I do believe that I don't want to make any judgments, but you've heard from her, and it's. Let me just try to see if I can get her back, and let's round off. Let me call her. Okay. Okay, I think. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Pastor Faith? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome back. Sorry.
Yeah. The internet, I had to change my location.
Okay. So, you were speaking about Dr. Lizzie. Yes.
Yes. I started preaching. And so do you know that during the last women convention, she gave me the microphone to preach. That's something that some ministries wouldn't do. Once you failed in marriage, then it's over for you. You're done for. Your life, your ministry, everything ends. To hell with you. But she said to me that she knows what God has put in me, and she knows that my life cannot end. The only thing I realize is that Papa has never been happy with this issue. That is the truth. Papa has never been happy that my husband left and that I'm not with my husband. But then, I'm his daughter. I'm his daughter. The way that man trained me, I'm shocked. The way that man trained me. Daddy Freeze, see, even now that I'm married, if I want to send Daddy a text, for instance, do you know I have to type? I have to type, clean up, if I type and I read it, I'm like, no. This thing is going to ask me what's the meaning of this one. It's going to ask me. I will type. I will wipe off. I will type. Sometimes it will be like the third attempt before I can send it, because of the way how strict he is. So when I hear some certain things, I am amazed. That's the truth. I'm amazed. He trained me with a very strict hand, even to today. Since this whole issue, since this whole separation, pastoring a church, no pastoring a church, I've never been with Papa in one same space. The only time I've seen him during this whole time is either on the altar, he's preaching, or he just finished preaching and is going back to his office. And maybe I have to kneel down and he puts his hand on my head. He's never been in the same space. So I don't know what Mike's issue is. I don't know what Mike's issue is, but this is not an issue of a man wanting his family back. You want your family back, and you're saying things online that you know are lies, forgetting that your daughter and your son, they have schools they attend, and people are going to show them the video of what their father said. Come on. Mike is only paid. What he wants to do is to destroy me. He's only paid the fact that I'm not suffering. I picked the pieces of my life together, or the fact that I am pastoring. What he wants is that perhaps maybe the church should be taken from me and I should just be kicked right back to the corner. And that's what will make him excited and happy. That's what he wants, because this is not obviously not an issue of wanting your family back. If Mike wants his family back, Mike isn't stupid. He's a man. If he wants his family back, actually, he knows where to go to. He knows where to go to.
Now, as we round off,
Mama has been so supportive. She's been so supportive. She has loved me so much. She has loved me so very much. She prays for me. She prays for me, and her strength.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
As we're rounding off now, I want you to talk to Mike from the bottom of your heart.
Okay.
Tell him, because he's going to see this video.
I still have bottom of my heart.
So tell him, what, communicate with him. Tell him what is you feel is wrong, and also use this opportunity to speak to Apostle Johnson Suleman and Dr. Lizzie Suleman, who are also in this, who've been dragged into this one way or the other, and just pour out your heart. Of course, I always try to make my platform neutral. If Mike too wants to come and talk, blah, 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 yeah, whatever. But please air your heart. Tell him, just imagine he's listening. Just refer to him as Mike, and also talk to Apostle Johnson Suleman and his wife. Because whether you like it or not, this thing is distressful for him. It's on all the blogs. It was on Punch newspapers. It's quite a tough one. So please talk to them. Over to you, Pastor Faith. Okay, Pastor Faith.
Oh, okay. So let me do this very quickly then.
Yes.
Let me do this very quickly. And that's the truth. If you knew exactly where to go to, what you're actually doing, which gives me the idea that you actually have something you want to achieve. As something you actually need for. It is me that's the target. Then you need to come face me. That's what you know exactly where to go. We've done all of this. Where do you want to? Are you serious? That's exactly you. You're not seeing what you're saying.
Oh wow! Sadly, I think we lost Pastor Faith. Maybe I'm just gonna call her on the phone directly. Let her just say it on the phone, because it's been quite a tough one. Let me try via WhatsApp, so I can let me just use the WhatsApp. At least you guys will hear her voice as we round this off. I had to reach her in her, and so we could hear her side of the story, because her husband has made his accusations, and they were all over the blogs and everywhere. And I believe that these are things that should be addressed, and she has, in the best way possible, addressed this. And it is what it is. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. At the end of the day, we hand everything over to God. Let God take control. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Unfortunately, I can't reach her again because of the internet, the poor internet connection. But I'm guessing, I'm trying one more time to call her and see if I could do this via a direct connection, not just online. So if this can work, oops, it's going to busy. So I guess she put her phone on busy mode, because she was actually supposed to have a seminar when I called her. So anyway, it's all well and good. You heard from the lady's mouth. She has given her side of the story. Let God absolutely take control. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.